JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 8, JoJolion. Chapter 99, Endless Calamity, Part 5. Got Toru and the head doctor on the front cover. All events are consolidating to this man. Rock humans. What they are is, the bubbles. Rock human females are visually indistinguishable from human, Homo sapiens, women. It's possible for human males to inseminate and reproduce with rock human women, but there are no examples of the opposite. Rock human mothers give birth in the spring and summer seasons and carry the fetus for 6 months. However, they rarely if ever have affection for or parental relationship with the child. Soon after the mothers give birth, they bring their child with them deep in the forest. They then look for the roots of a dead tree, place the child there, and then leave, all without wrapping the child in a cloth or a fur or any such thing. That is the one and only show of love and motherhood to their child. If left alone, the child will not be able to get nutrition, and for that, if it is found by another human, it will be killed in moments. But what approaches this child first, at the base of the dead tree in the forest, is insects. Okay. A newborn rock human child has an average body length of 28 millimeters and a weight of 15 grams. There are carnivores among the insects that approach the child. In short order, Asian giant hornets and Japanese yellow hornets will come after the child. The fierce and aggressive hornets will attack with their stingers and mandibles and attempt to tear the child to pieces. But the rock human child knows that by instinct. In fact, it desires it. Okay. As if clinging to a mother's breast and her maternity, as if seeking love, they slip their way just past the extended stinger and reach out their hands. Then it's make or break, dodging the mandibles. Not knowing what to do with the child clinging onto its blind spot, the wasp is left with no choice but to return to its hive. The rock human child knows of this instinctively as well. It also knows that wasps use pheromones to gather comrades and create wasp societies. During its flight clinging to the wasp, the surface of the rock human child's body immediately begins to harden like stone, and with the wind pressure, just half the body turns to stone. When the wasp returns to the comrades at its hive, there will no longer be any others that will bite the child apart with their mandibles or sting it with their stingers. The child releases arms and legs from the soldier wasp and rolls its body around inside the hive until it finds the queen, the mother among mothers. The child reaches its hands out and searches out a soft portion of the surface of the queen's body, and clinging, biting, and crawling, suck, takes over her body while it is still half alive. Okay. This is how the rock human child finds a warm, safe place to sleep and obtain ample nutrients. It then spends 17 years inside the bodies of multiple generations of queens. Then while fixedly inside the society of the hive, learns on its own about the laws of nature, the flow of time, the concept of numbers, and ways to live within a structure called a group. It dreams and it waits impatiently for 17 years to go by, when it will abruptly grow in stature, kill all of the wasps, and venture into the outside world. Oh, so that was Toru. Got 2 other rock humans. Life first came about 4 billion years ago. The control towers of life, called neurons, are cells that bonded and evolved based on the element carbon, C. At the same time, life cells that bonded from silicon, Si, were born. and while they were only a few in number and percentage of living cells, the silicone-based cells existed alongside the carbon-type organisms, as if hiding next to them. The creatures whose bodies that are formed by those cells are rock organisms. Why did Creator give life to these two paths? At railroad tracks? Most likely, rather than some kind of opposing relationship, like a shadow for a light, or positive and negative. It was the role of a fallback. Insurance, for in case the existence of life itself failed. If the first path of carbon-based life came to a dead end, it was a fallback, a second path. That's the role the rock humans serve. I tore naked, walking. Rock humans' actions are fundamentally independent, and they have no families. But sometimes, if it's to their advantage, they will form groups and slip into human societies. But this is nothing beyond give and take relationship. There is no love or friendship between them. Got the other rock humans. Rock humans have a fascination with ground, rock, and stone. Makes sense. See blessings from the earth as true benefits, and make special places that give rock humans special power as their true homes. Airplane. Consequently, bear in mind humans' ecological behavior to spread and migrate across the continents, and they're continuing to migrate to this day. There is no chance of forming a relationship of mutual recognition between them and rock humans, by boat, by train, nor any chance that they assimilate. Oh, part 7. Okay. The Devil's Palm and the Ground of Moria. Speedwagon. Got the masks, the arrows, 2 holes in walls, family house, the other rock humans. Okay. Funeral? My deepest sympathies. I'm really sorry. Oh, Reikun, my condolences. Your father was a very good man. He was so good to us. I'd like to offer condolences to your mother as well. Reikun, where might I find her? In the inner room. She's resting right now. Is she feeling unwell? I see, but there's really nothing to worry about, Reikun. If there's any trouble, please talk to us anytime. We'll be of any help we can. Honestly, feel free to talk to us about anything. That includes money. Speaking of which, you get parking stubs here, don't you? They do give them, don't they? You would think it would be free, but... Huh? What? And oh! Norsuke-san. Oh, a deception, is it? Norsuke-san hugs him. Ray, I'm so sorry. Are you alright? Norsuke-san. About my father's pear orchard. The pears my father grew in his orchard were really well raised. But then insects messed them up. No one believed me, but it's those insects' fault. I saw with my own eyes. Ray, stop. Your father truly was a great plant appraiser. He had a discerning eye whenever it came to farm produce. If there were some insects or disease, he would notice. Would he? It's because I said I saw one. Then my father went out during a typhoon to check for that in the orchard. Come now, that's enough. Everyone checked. I even checked for insects myself. There was nothing there. Isn't that right? What happened to your father with an accident? It was all nothing, but purely an accident. Understand? Normally, typhoons don't make landfall in Moria. But this year, one did. And there was a landslide. So you mustn't blame yourself. It was a natural calamity. No, I don't think so. Narusuke-san, the attendee, the person with the white hair. Are they acquaintance of my father? I'm not sure that is. I've never seen them before either. By the way, Ray, I think it's likely the pear orchard will be a challenge. I'm worried about your mother's health as well. But first, your duty is to do a good job carrying out your duties at this funeral. Yes, sir. Oh, it's the head doctor. Of course he had. And then we're back to present day. All these bubbles around. Soft wet. It couldn't be. The Nurugaka branches. Yes. The time for the harvest is near here. It's doing just fine. Jousuke, in other words, you haven't obtained the Nurugaka just yet, have you? No. That's not quite accurate. Depending on one's perceptive. I wonder how you'll react to hearing it. The new Rogaka is moving from where it is now to where I am. The flow is carrying it. Flows in quotations. Is not in a flow where you can obtain it. The flow, you see, let's turn back to his mechanical self, is that you will get up from that chair. It is certain that you will stand up to pursue me. I am one of you. And the flow is always a calamity. Okay, so the stand's name is Wonder of You, and the attack is called Flow. Jousuke, it's there, behind you. It's an insect. Oh. Coming up. Kasha, 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 kasha. It's the same attack as before. Here it comes. Okay. It's getting up. Jousuke. Okay. It's coming out. Oh, wait. What's with the eyes? And the ears? And his mouth? What? Ah, what is that? What in the world? The wounds from before. It's striking him. Oh. Oh! Ray covers them with his hand. So he got stabbed. Don't move, Jousuke. It's poison. If you're stabbed and try to escape upwards, you'll cough up asbestos. Don't move. Oh, you know? This thing, I don't believe it. This rock insect. Is that the same thing he saw as a kid? Okay. But it's not a very strong poison. Jousuke's trying to peel off. I don't think there's much point in explaining. But to be precise, it's not being stabbed and escaping upwards. It's being stabbed and stretching out your limbs. If you try to escape or extend your joints, every hole in your body will spew out asbestos. Da is a hunter of mountainous regions. He hunts and eats rabbits and birds from the ground, and those tend to jump to escape, don't they? When plants, branches, and fruit that are injured stretch out, they spew asbestos. They may appear to be diseased. Ray, I remember a time when I passed by you some time ago. Yeah, when I was a little kid. That pear orchard was quite good land since long ago. Huh? Oh, reminiscing about old things brings tears to my eyes. Back then, your father was simply caught in the flow of calamity, one of you. And so he died in a landslide. That's all there is to it. Oh. Something getting revenge. Oh. And then sex coming for Jousuke still. There's nothing at all you have permission to possess. Be it a pear orchard or a single new Rogaka. Jousuke is climbing up. It's melting to the surface of the desk. The flow does not change. Okay. So things are becoming more clear. So, like, do the rock children never find out who their parent is? So it's basically all connected. Makes sense. So we had rock humans in part 7 too. I mean, this kind of weird, like, way to be brought up, like insects. So was that Tom and who were the other rock humans? And from Toru. When he like breaks out of the tree. I think it's tree. I don't know. So the rock humans are silicone. And are they really sure, like, well, I guess they're talking about the humans assimilating to rock humans. So basically, the mask, the arrows, the tree, the holes in the walls, those are all connected to rock humans. I mean, it makes sense. Like the vampires. So, vampires were rock humans all along? Or they were... I'm confused about that. They're like connected. I guess the vampires were enslaved by Pillar Man. And yeah, it makes sense that all the parts would be connected somehow. So, what is Toru's like end goal? Like, is he trying to become human? Is that what like the equivalent exchange is? Because that's still like muddied. And poor Ray's father. A natural calamity. And then, so his father was killed because they wanted the land, I'm guessing. Or, I don't know, we were trying to survive? So how are they going to take down that doctor, Toru? I'm guessing you have to go after his main body, not his stand. So Yasho and them at the house, that might be Josuke's only hope. Asbestos, okay. So the stand's name is Wonderview. Interesting. So is that a song name or a... Yeah, probably a song name. Not an artist. Or a group. It's kind of hard to say what's going to happen next. We could continue with like this fight, or we could go back to, I I don't know, Toru. Well, what are your thoughts? Where do you see this going? If you're new, subscribe, like, comment. If you enjoyed the chapter, leave a like. Thank you for watching, and have a good rest of the day. Bye.